He's in the building, people. Earthwind. Hey, man, you know what, man? You know what, Earthwind? I see you going to other radio stations. Don't keep doing that, man. I'm going to cut you off, man. We're going to cut you off, man.
This is home.
This is home. I'm just saying, man. I feel some way. Hey, this Earthwind more.
I don't worry about that, man. This home.
I heard that other day, like, Steve using his
man, them folks don't even know how to get in touch with Earthwind, man. They had to go through
for promos and stuff.
Man, they had to go through about 4-5 channels to get Earthwind. We can call him.
I know, man.
Yeah, man.
You know how to give him a hard time.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
Family, because he's family.
No doubt. And you still mad about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
28. Matt Ryan said you got to get over that, D-Lady.
You know what?
Matt Ryan said it's time to get over that.
You know what I was until a couple weeks ago when I saw Brady come up with the 5-hand, did the hand like that.
With all the rings on there?
He had to do all of it.
Yeah, man.
But shout out to Matt Ryan, man. He actually donated like $5,000 to our program this year. So he helped us, cheer the Patriots on.
Hey, man. That's what's up, Matt Ryan.
That's my, that's our quarterback.
All right, Matt Ryan. That's my quarterback.
How do you say that's our quarterback?
You see my quarterback today?
Yeah, I see he on private. You see him G6.
Hey, man, they got G6 baby. Hey, don't get too Hollywood on me now, Dak.
Better be careful.
Dak, don't get too Hollywood on me, Dak. We got stuff to do, Dak. We got stuff to do.
Hey, Earthwind in his second year already G6 them.
That's just because he the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. Come on, man.
All right, man. Come on,
man.
A little early, ain't it, man? I get first class.
That is true, though. All the Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks, they rock stars.
Hey, man.
Even sorry Danny White. I was watching that thing the other night. I got mad at Danny White all over again.
I want to get you hot, man. I saw you.
I was all in my feelings watching that.
Man.
Oh, my God. And Jerry Rice wanted to be a Cowboy.
Hey, man, this Crush Intro is brought to you by Hard Work Apparel. Hard Work Apparel is designed to unlock the psychological elements of dry desire and determination. That's that 3D effect, which is necessary to push the body and mind to its optimal level of performance. Once you wear Hard Work Apparel, you will subliminally feel obligated to work at a high level. Please visit www.hardwork.com for more information. And what's the motto, Maceo?
Hey, man, hard work ain't easy. Hey, Tangent Warrior.
Hard work ain't easy. Hey, man, we come back, man. We're going to do a hot topic, man. Got to give a shout out to our people out there. Dr. Kevin Dances. So we're going to do something. Hey, we got Earthwind. We family. He going to be here on the show.
Yes, sir.
We ain't going to let him go. So we're going to
we're going to hold him hostage.
Hey, man, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
On SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face. And posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Hot topics.
We go to these hot topics brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy. If your smile is becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dancy has been practicing dentistry for 16 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. 678-836-2118. That's complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office, people. Hey, man, real quick, I just want to talk about it. The Lakers organization have been making some interesting moves recently. And the one, so make sure I lie to you not. You and Earthward, I lie to you not. I had done my notes to 6:29 p.m. I was like, I'm done.
Right.
I go to Facebook and everybody tag me like, y'all see this movie? And I say, explain the trade. Y'all guys. So Lakers give up Sergey. I mean, what is it? Mozgov. Timothy Mozgov. And Russell for Brook Lopez. And
the 27th
pick. Help me. Maybe I'm missing something. So a lot of Lakers saying they like it.
I'm going to let Earthward go first.
What are your thoughts,
First
Earthward?
of all, it's still the Kobe effect. He put them back 5 to 10 years in their organization.
Stop.
I'm just telling it like it is. He put them back about 5 to 10 years, and then on top of that, they're expecting some of these top free agents to be able to get in, because right now, Brook Lopez isn't going to cost as much as D'Angelo Russell and that 27 pick, things like that. So now they're trying to free up that money.
To
For get who? Well, they trying to, they still trying to talk about Paul George. They hoping that, it's a decision too. You never know. They trying to get a lot of stuff, because when you look at it, if LeBron goes over there, it wouldn't be a far-fetched thing that somebody like Kevin Love go to, because he's been out there, UCLA, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of that stuff is they're trying to get in the works, and then you still got people like after a while Westbrook gonna be up, and then he UCLA, trying to get all those guys to eventually they're trying to set themselves up for the next few years, and really not for next year, for the next few years.
Right.
What's your thoughts, Mace?
I understand when everybody's talking about, okay, they're trying to move money. Okay, Mozgov just last year signed a 4-year, $64 million contract. So they're trying to get that money off the books. D'Angelo Russell was your best player. Initially, we know Lonzo Ball is going there.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell, the talk was D'Angelo Russell was going to move to the 2, which he naturally a 2-guard anyway.
He's a 2-guard.
He's a 2-guard. So you put Lonzo Ball and D'Angelo Russell in the backcourt. Now you trade your best. So you're hoping Ingram or Julius Randle can fill that void. I don't see them scoring 25 a night. I don't see them.
Well, you got Swaggy P.
Oh, that make it even worse. Because listen,
Swaggy out there.
Swaggy P is awful.
He's swaggy.
Let's just call it what it is. Swaggy P is awful. Swaggy P awful.
Swaggy in the check.
Well, I think it depends on who he's with. He don't really have that veteran guy to sit him down and say, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?
What are you doing?"
Like he's the poor man's J.R. Smith right now. Because J.R. Smith can be pretty erratic, but at the same time, he still got somebody in LeBron to be like, "Hey, man,
right,
calm down."
Right.
That team is so young to you can't even tell who the veteran is.
So this is my thing, Glaze. So are you trying to trade for Paul George in this draft?
That's what I'm trying to see is if this move for them, like you say, clear up some, puts together pieces or two so they can get Paul George now. Because Paul George has already told the Pacers, I'm done. This is
right.
If it's over,
if you don't bring him in next year, like this season coming up, he's gonna be like everybody can go court him.
Yes.
Why do you, outside of you from LA, why would you want to go to LA?
Remember I tell you that there were certain things like the rumor is now, you see what's going on in Cleveland, they fired him, LeBron, Hayden Griffin, and everybody was like, well, LeBron might go out to LA in 18-19. Then you got Paul. I was thinking that they were trying to keep the U, because if you brought Lonzo coming the second pick.
Right.
You got Russell at 2.
Right. You got a very good nucleus.
You got Brandon Ingram at 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got Randall. You had a team that would have been at least a little exciting. And you still got the boy Nance Jr. That plays as well. So you'd had a nice little. They weren't going to win nowhere in the West.
Yeah,
right. So what do you bring Brook Lopez to do?
They remind me of my team when I first got to Grady. A lot of talent, but at that particular time they just didn't know how to win.
Yeah,
just didn't know how to finish. So it's a lot of different things outside of L.A. and the Lakers, that's going to determine what happens in LA, because even all the way down to, people may not look at it now, but even with Cleveland, you know, parting ways with their general manager, depending on who they bring, it's going to determine if they start, you know, I know they saying they courting Paul George, but how serious they start doing it and moving pieces and doing other stuff. And then you got Boston, teams that are, you know, on the rise. That's going to make a big difference. I mean, when you look at Cleveland, you're looking at the Lakers, it's like...
Hey, shout out to Tracy Thompson. She was like, LeBron ain't... She's Cleveland. She said, LeBron ain't going nowhere.
Listen, I'm an LBJ guy, so she don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do know one thing, and it has nothing to do with him. He's won his rings, but his wife really likes Cali. And right
Tracy,
now,
LeBron
she makes a lot of decisions. Yeah, he's the forefront.
So you say he waking up like Biggie did? Oh, Cali?
Wow.
Hey, man, we come back, man. We're going to jump into it with our man Earthward. Talk about his program at Grady High School and see if we get that third ring for him.
Yes,
we'll be right back.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby. Goo goo gaga. Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you gonna do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Yo, what's up? Usher.
This is Rihanna.
Yeah, it's that little Chico Pitbull, Mr. Pill 5 till I die. Listen live online. Sensation Station Network.
Going to the Crushing interview brought to you by Oracy Software. The Oracy team is committed to providing full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. Oracy's motto is when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to Oracy.com, that's ORASI.com for more information. Maceo, please introduce our guest, sir.
Hey, man, our family in the building, man. National champion. Super Bowl champion. Now we got to get him to trifecta and make him a state champion. Head coach of Grady High School, Earthward, Moreland to the microphone. What's up, Coach?
Hey, Coach.
Coach Jack. So, Coach, let me just talk to you, man, real quick. Tell us about...
Oh, my bad, y'all. That's mine. Hey, man. I keep mine on silent. It's me. Fine jaw.
Fine. Hey, so
fine jaw.
I want to start with the coaching aspect of it, Earthward. You've been at Grady now for a few years, and you're making it to the playoffs. Just tell me, because, you know, what Grady been through and where you've been able to take them out of and get them to where they're at now. How has it been being a coach at Grady High School for you?
Well, it was easy for me because, you know, I had already had ties and roots at Grady, going to Grady. And, you know, even though when I wasn't coaching, at Grady, I still followed them because, had that Grady blood through and through, even though I was here with old Herd,
His older brother went to Douglas. He should have went to Douglas. But let's keep going.
That too, I still hear that. Everybody say I should have been an Astro.
Xavier's all your fault, but let's keep going.
I'm sorry, but, so had a good group of young guys when I first got there, that stuck it out. And, last year, in all of our opinions, we underachieved because of how well, we did, on the field. But we had, 3 All-State guys, and like 8 first-team All-Region guys. So, I lost a lot this past year. But, got some young guys that are working hard. When I say young guys, not necessarily in, classification, but playing experience on that varsity level because, varsity moves much faster than junior varsity.
Oh, yeah. A lot faster.
And kind of got spoiled, especially when you got a quarterback in Kalen that was basically, when you really look at it, a 4-year starter. Because he had to start playing the end of his freshman year. So, you're talking about a guy who, that's just him alone, that's 4,000 yards of offense.
Right.
And region player of the year, offensive player of the year, and state region 5 through 8 player of the year. Right. So that in itself is a lot. And then not even including once you start talking about Kamari at Louisville, Jaquez, who's already gone to Western Kentucky, and the list goes on. So, we working hard every day, but some days, I have to scratch my head, got to go, go to the beauty supply store and get that, that black dye. Got to go get that jean so that great on that great on show. But man, but I'm enjoying myself, with these young guys. Looking forward to seeing what they can do. The good thing about it is, basically, it's still gonna be almost like a whole new region because we only got 3 coaches from that region who were the head coaches last year. That's myself, Miles at Carver, and Eric Williams at Maynard Jackson. Everybody else got a new coach. But, I do know some of the new coaches who are pretty good friends. Got Mark Myers, who played with me at Georgia Southern. He's going to be at Riverwood. And then you got Mario Allen, who's at Banneker. He does a pretty good job. And then we had another coach who was in APS, but now he's at Lithia Springs. He was the offensive coordinator. And Coach Hill, he's the head coach there now. So, still looking forward. And as I tell everybody, if they do what I ask them to do, and we got a shot. It's 4 spots. I think we can get one of them.
Get one of them.
And if we get one, anything can happen.
That's all you want to do is get in?
Get in.
To me, it seems like I observed you at the 707. It seems like you're enjoying teaching these kids. It's always different when you got a veteran bunch. It's a way you coach them. But now you got a bunch of young kids. How are you enjoying that challenge?
Well, I'm really enjoying it. For the first time this year, I've really encouraged them to go to these different camps. And the reason why I've encouraged them to go to these different camps is because I want you all to see where you are and where you need to be. Because sometimes just from them hearing it from me and the coaching staff, it's always that, oh, coach don't, he don't do this or that. Well, you got college coaches evaluating your talent now. And when they give you, a 2 out of 10, now maybe it'll hit home for you to really understand, like, I really got to get back in here. And a lot of them not understanding that it's not just all about just running up and down the field. First of all, when you walk in the door, they want to be like, who is that guy?
Yeah,
right.
And just by, again, it's that eye test. It may not always mean anything, but at least it gets your big toe in the door. Now when they look at you and they like, oh, okay, now let's just see what this guy can do. But other than that, like I said, I'm enjoying this challenge, and I really am looking forward because I pretty much know, it's going to be a lot of people, naysayers, saying that, it's going to be a tough season for us, but I'm not looking at it in that manner. I mean, I know my first just 4 games alone, it's almost like playing in the SEC. My scrimmage is against, Raider Nation. That's amazing. You know, they got every receiver they got 6 feet or better, and they passed the eye test.
They do.
Then week 1, I got North Atlanta, who's a rival. I mean, we beat them pretty handily, so they gonna want their revenge.
They looking for some get back.
They looking for get back. Then I go to Woodward, and they looking for
that was a tough game last year that you pulled out, and they were loaded.
And they feel like, you know, they should have won that game, so they gonna be ready. Then we got to go back down south to Ware County. And, you know, they still got a guy, and I've been telling my guys about this guy all year, you know, just trying to see how they going to react. They got a big 6'8" D lineman.
Right.
And you know, and everybody looking at him, you know, and that's a tough place to play.
Boy, who?
So by the time we get into reading play, we come back.
You going to know what you got?
Yeah, but we come back to Lithia Springs, but, I mean, I know Coach Hill going to be licking his chops because that game was 6-8 at halftime.
Oh, yeah, get back somewhere.
And we beat them 74-14. So he going to be looking to really put up numbers on me. But I didn't play a dime. So
There would you go.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
Hand the ball off, Coach.
Hey, man. I'm going to have to send all kind of gifts and everything to some of these coaches. Be like, hey, man, please take it easy, man.
Coach T.
I got to get with my Booster Club president and say, hey, man, I need you to send these flowers to the wife. I need all kind of stuff.
Hey, man, we'll be back with Earthward. Stay with us.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. You know, I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're not the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Ugh!
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
Hey Crush fans, I'm Tanisha Fernandez. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey man, oh, that my mom deep joint right there. That's gonna be on my mixtape.
Rest in peace to the homie Prodigy from Mobb Deep, man. It's the real. It's a crush, man. We hearing complication of sickle cell. You know, that's been one of the, deep issues in the African American community, the sickle cell. So prayers go out to Prodigy and his family and his friends and all the fans out there in the world who are fans of Mobb Deep. We're here with our man Earthward Moreland right now, man, head coach of Grady High School. So, Coach, what are you learning about yourself about this process? You are losing a lot of talent. I mean, you were loaded, Coach. You had what you're saying. You had the young new net quarterback. You had some good receivers, and now you're rebuilding. What are you learning about yourself through this process?
Well, I try not to use that word rebuilding. I try to, keep using that word teaching. And one of our biggest words that we've been using throughout the program is accountability. And, with these younger guys, just getting each other to make sure they come to practice on time. So one day, what I did was, and I think they learned a lot from it. So we go to practice and, like conditioning during the summer. And I had maybe like 40 guys there. Kid walks in. We just stopped what we were doing. We did 41 push-ups. Maybe 10 minutes later, 2 more kids come in. We just stopped. We do 43 push-ups. And this is after we've been doing all kind of different drills and everything. I think we got up to about 50. Man, the next day on the group message, like all the kids, even the young ones, like, if you ain't coming at 4 o'clock, don't come. Like they got it, like instantly, like they were really gung ho about what was going on, and I try to explain to them and teach them that all this stuff about having all these stars and all this stuff, it really don't mean nothing. It really doesn't, because one of the things I've learned that when we were at the Cam Newton camp, it was some things that really stood out that he was speaking on, because I think every year he's done a better job of just giving them a message. Each year I think it gets better and better. And then the people that he bring in, they giving good message. He had brought in Minka Fitzpatrick, and he was talking about, he had like 60 offers. And it was something that a coach said that made a lot of sense when he came in and he was recruiting one of my kids. He was like, this recruiting process is like, a marriage. He said, you got all these girls that courting you. He said, but you can only marry one.
Right.
Here in America. He said, you can only marry one. He said, so it looks good, it sounds good, and you only need one person that like you. But you got to do certain things and have certain things in place. Like one of my guys who just left, shout out to Champ, who's going to Furman University. Love this kid, He came in, he didn't have any stars, didn't have any offers, but what he did have in place was he worked hard. I mean, he was short, he 5'8", 5'9" on a good day, but his body type was good. He worked out, had a 25 on the ACT.
Oh, it makes a big difference.
Had like a 3.2, 3.3 GPA. So then when Furman got these new coaches, they was like, well, why haven't we been recruiting this kid? And instantly, boom, everything took off for him. They started recruiting him, had a good season. He goes to the All-Star game. I get a call from Coach Miles asking me, well, can he play man-to-man? I didn't really see y'all play man-to-man. I said, yeah, he can play man-to-man with no problem. He goes to the All-Star game, and this guy who's supposed to be going to USC, he shut him down, get an interception. They were like, yeah, we know this our guy. We know this our guy, and then the rest is history.
Right.
But again, going into the season, no offers, no stars, any of that kind of stuff. But as I tell kids and I tell parents, control what you can control.
Right.
And the rest going to fall into place.
It's falling into place.
Everything else going to fall into place.
This was funny, and I'm glad you kind of harped on that, because Wednesdays when we do the recruiting show, you always kind of chime in with these nuggets that like you just gave. Only matters when the lights turn on. Make plays when the lights on. Then you don't have nothing else to worry about. How much of that do kids, they don't understand that?
I tell my kids all the time. That's why, before the show started, me and you were talking about 7-on-7. Every 7-on-7 we went to this year, I told my kids, I'm not worried about the wins and losses.
Right.
I'm worried about your effort and you listening to what we're trying to teach you. Because if you listen to what we're trying to teach you and you give maximum effort, the wins will come.
Right. Right.
But if you try to do it your own way, then how do I know what myself and my coaching staff is doing is even worthwhile? Once you do it, and then if you and I see that it's wrong, then I can correct it. But if you never do it, then I don't know if it's right or wrong.
Right.
So, that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't do a whole lot of 7-on-7s, because a lot of kids get a lot of false sense of how good they are, but I've never seen, and if you go back and look, most teams who win a lot of the 7-on-7 tournaments don't win the state championship.
Never.
They don't win the state championship.
Be hard pressed.
Because at the end of the day, you can't do a lot of things. Everything is passed. You don't read your keys. You don't do any of that stuff. And especially, I hate it for linebackers because they forget that first step downhill. Yep. Everything is
got to read.
Everything is backwards.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of get that out of them, in those first few weeks, just from them doing simple stuff like that. And then even with your DBs, they forget about the run. They think everything is passed.
Eyes not looking for no run.
And what we were taught by our older coaches, and it still holds true. The eye in the sky ain't gonna lie.
Boy, but that's the part of they keep missing. When the coach come in, he just gonna cut the film on. He don't care about your highlight tape. Your highlight tape pretty. He want to see what's going on when you don't have the ball, when the play not coming your way. That's what they want to see. And kids, they don't get that part of it.
I think we've just gotten to this thing, Earthward, where there's too much outside prettiness still in the game. People don't understand football is the one game. It's a physical sport, and we got now to where we got all these 7-on-7. I'm seeing every day on Facebook being tagged. Man, this one here is cute, but are we forgetting about the physical part of the game? And that's what you're saying. You don't see champions worry about the 7-on-7.
7-on-7 is the new basketball AAU.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying it.
It's the new basketball AAU. And I'm not knocking anybody for doing it, but you have to be very selective in doing that, because I see certain teams that get in these 7-on-7s when they get in the regular season. Like I've seen, and he does a great job. Like Coach Lamar Tucker, he'll get in, a 7-on-7 here and there. But you best believe when they playing on that Friday night, you're going to have to stop the run. You're going to have to get your up front guys ready because they are coming down here.
Buckle your 10 strap.
They're coming down here. They not throwing the ball. They going to throw it unless everybody's in the box. And even then, they still going to try to run it. So you just got to be ready for that kind of stuff and, just handle it according, as a coach.
I mean, I know this guy done been through it a few times. He's been on the show a lot, so we still gonna put him in the hot seat.
Yeah, it's time for that. Yeah.
We're gonna put him in the hot seat. Stay with us. We'll be right
back. Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
I'm not.
M2.
Are not?
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you gonna do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Time for the Hot Seat Hotline.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, man, it's that time that we jumping into the hot seat with our man, Coach Earthward Moreland. So, make sure you throw the first question at him, man.
Funny Tom Brady story.
Man, the funniest Tom Brady story was, he's a very, very, very competitive person. He playing against one of the linemen. I think he was playing against, at the time, Matt Light was still there. And they playing like, I think it was backgammon. And Matt Light killing it. Man, he lose that last game, man. He turned the whole doggone table over, break the doggone board, everything, man. He just walk off. Man, I tell you, no lie. That particular day, I think he completed every pass he threw in practice.
Wow.
He was that upset, man. Like he was, man, he killed us that day.
Hey, man, what's the one thing that you splurged on when you got an NFL check?
Let's see. Man, at the time, I was a shoe guy. And, the retro ones, man, they came out. I think I probably had every color. Like, man, because my first year, I'm up there in New York. So,
yeah,
New York fashion was totally different than down here.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I'm looking at everything. So, when I go in there, I'm talking to the people, and they like, we know you're not from here, because I asked for, like, some Timbs, and they was like, what? You talking about the Butters? I was like, oh yeah, them. Then I asked for some, Air Force Ones. They was like, oh, the Uptowns? I was like, man, I gotta learn all this. Everything. I was like, yeah, them too.
Yeah.
But I was a big shoe guy.
Yeah.
Which former teammate gave you the best advice?
Actually, it was two. Because of the position I played, I was fortunate enough to play with Corey Fuller.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you see his motivational speeches with his team, man, Corey may act crazy, but Corey's a smart dude.
Right.
When I was in Cleveland. So he gave me some very good nuggets. And then Ty Law, man, because, Ty, he was just so smooth.
Right.
Yeah. And then another guy who actually I had quite a few. I had Victor Green.
You play with some guys.
Yeah. And then I had Rodney Harrison. Now Rodney was probably the craziest.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you knew he meant business. Like
Right.
I'd never forget one game. I think it might have been my first game, and we playing against the greatest show on turf. Man, and Marshall Faulk run up the middle, and I run up. I hit him, and then the next play he run up, and I think somebody else hit him, but I run to the pile. And you know how Rodney is. They already, deemed him as one of the dirtiest players.
Right.
He tell me, if you ain't going to hit him, jump in the pile, get out the way. I like, shit, okay. Because I'm telling you, like, that dude, like, he was just on a whole different level. And he kind of told me how to go about work. Like, I get there at practice one day at like 6. I'm thinking I'm doing it. I see him walk out the training room. You're late, young guy.
Wow.
I'm like, it's 6 o'clock. Been here since 5. I already worked out. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And it took that because, like, at that time, we had a young secondary because, Tyrone Poole, Ty Law, they were hurt. So you had Rodney, but then his counterpart was Eugene Wilson. He was young at the time.
Right.
Asante Samuel was still young.
Asante names.
And then you had Randall Gay. Blue, he was young, so all of us, so they called us the replacement. So we had a lot of young people. And then Hank Poteet had just came from Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So, we had talent, but we were young.
Wow. Real quick before we go, who's the one guy you tackling? You like, man, I just can't believe I just tackled this dude.
I think it was Marshall Faulk.
When you said his name, I was
like I told you, one play, he runs at me, and he kind of give me a move, and he kind of go out of bounds. I'm like, okay, I can do this. Man, that next play, he kind of do the same thing, and he dropped that gear. I'm like, this is NFL running back.
We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
This is big business. This is the American West.
Station Network.
See ya.
Hey man, we're still here doing our question interview right now, and the question interview, Earthwind's gonna be with us a little while, so we'll throw questions at him throughout the show. But let me ask you this question real quick, Earthwind. What are you expecting this year?
I'm still expecting them to put out a good product, man. I'm anybody who's coached with me or been around me know, like, I don't do well with losing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've heard some of the stories.
Yeah, I don't do well with losing. So, I don't care who I have. And, I've even expressed this to my kids. I tell them all the time, I don't need a 12. Even though I know I don't want them to do that old school warrior ball. And when I tell them now, I say I need 12. I need 11 guys and a kicker. But I think they're really starting to understand, and I think we can really do some things. I mean, when they actually showed me some in our spring game. Played one of my former bosses played against Pritchard, and some of the guys really surprised me. So I felt good about spring ball, and now just waiting and hoping that get a piece here, get a piece there, kid come in here, kid come in there, and just kind of fill some of those little, not necessarily voids physically, but just mentally, and getting some of those younger guys, just a little boost to understand, like, hey, right now they feel like, okay, he got to play me because he don't have anybody else.
Right.
But if I get that other guy to just push him, now it's like, I got to be at practice every day. Yeah. I got to get that work in every day. Yeah. And now I got somebody who, if I don't come, now I'm behind them.
Right. Now, I know you're a true teacher of the game. Are you spending a lot of time this summer just making sure that, like, okay, we got to spend more time in this classroom. We got to spend more time watching film.
We actually have had to do that, and the reason being is, man, I basically got a whole new coaching staff. Right. And, and shout out to Terry Jones, new head coach at South Cobb High School, he came and made my job, so easy. Yeah. Because, he came in, put the offense in, and I didn't even have to worry about offense, And a lot of people used to wonder, like, how are you all doing so well and you don't even wear a headset? I was like, I just trust my coaches.
Right.
Like last year, I didn't wear a headset during the year, even in the playoffs.
Now, think about that. Now you didn't.
I didn't wear a headset because
I just thought about that.
If we got to a certain point on the field, it got to a point where he just knew, like, don't even come, like, we not punting. We going for it.
Right.
So, had built that trust in him. And then, my defensive coordinator, loved this guy, Coach Johnson. He's actually now at Maynard Jackson. So, I think he's, I saw them in a few 7-on-7, and he's instilled some of the stuff he instilled in our kids over there. So I know for a fact they're going to be better. Not that they weren't a good team already, but I know they're going to be better as well. So with those younger kids, I tell them, I had to kind of go back to my New England days where we may practice an hour and a half, but we spent so much time in the classroom, that hour and a half, it was so fast.
Right.
Because we knew every single detail of what was going on. So when we got out there to the field, it was like boom, 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 boom. And you just corrected everything in the film room, but that practice, it was full tilt.
Before we go to break, let me ask you a question. Did you get butterflies when you play? Like, you playing in a national championship game, did you get it? Playing in the Super Bowl, did you ever, what were your thoughts? Because them some big lights to be up under on both levels.
I tell kids all the time, if you don't get butterflies, something wrong. Something is wrong. I don't care how much you play this game, just that national anthem, just the band playing, just hearing people cheer and all that kind of stuff, it should do something to you.
Right.
And if it doesn't, and nobody can say they go into the game and don't have that little nervousness of what's going to happen. Even, I don't care if you're a 5-star, if you're all-pro or whatever, it's just that excitement of this game, and I love it.
Hey, man, when we come back, we're going to jump into this rundown. Stay with us. It's the Chris.
Sensation Station Network. Radio 2, Atlanta.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio Now. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns. It kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. Silk the Shocker performing all games with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. Move on. And move my way.
Hey, man, this Crush Rundown is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. Hey, man, this is when we jump into these stories that might not make it to our full-length show today, but we're going to jump into them. So make sure what you got to start us with.
Hey, man, my first story. Man, the Atlanta Braves, come on, Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves say when Freddie Freeman come back off the DL, they going to experiment with moving him to third base.
Freddie is not a third base.
He's not.
There's no, see, that is, okay.
Man,
come on, Braves.
Mason, what do you mean? That doesn't even make sense.
He's not a third baseman.
The Braves got to get some pitchers. They can hit the ball.
Yeah.
But they got to get some pictures. Now, I will say, shout out to Kasim Reed and everybody. That's an awesome place up there. I went up there. I went to the the indoor Sky Zone thing, and then so I just rode over there. Man, they got everything you want, man. Your kids can go over there and play in the water. They got different little. And then the Roxy has moved up there. Like, it wasn't even a game, and I'm like, man, I'm enjoying myself.
It's wrong.
It's a lot going on over there in that area, man.
No wrong.
A story that I just saw come out. Warren Sapp said that once he dies, he's going to donate his brain to science because he's of a CTE problem that he's saying he's having and remembering things of that nature.
Oh, okay. So
Sapp looks he's doing the players. He made this announcement on the players. The thing that the players union, I don't call it that. The players' point of view, the Players Tribune. He said that he's just having a lot of issues going through it, and he said that he will.
Now we know
there's an article right now that's going on. He's talking about it.
He ain't passed a few drug tests in the NFL, so he probably on that wacky tobacco.
Well, but I can say because I was in training camp with him. That dude worked hard, man.
I can see that.
He did. He played. I can see that. I can see that happening because like when he was out there, he played all out.
Some of the things I'm seeing, he reading some of the hits that he would do was head to head and a lot of that.
He did
playing in the trenches.
Yeah,
Hey man, that dude shunned my youngin for autograph, so I'm always gonna hold
now I can tell you now he's one of the biggest buttholes.
Yeah, he a grade A jerk now.
And y'all didn't even see the half.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I bet it was worse.
In the locker room, you know how if I come over and talk to you, you couldn't even sit in his locker. Wow. I don't care who you were, dude. No lie. I don't even think Dungy sat over there.
Wow.
Like he had some of those reporters, they sitting down, he might be coming to talk. He be like, hey, who is this dude? Why is he sitting right here? Y'all must ain't tell him. Like,
he must have get the email.
Oh man, like that locker room right there, that was one of the craziest locker rooms I had ever been in. When you got Sapp, you got Booger McFarland, you got John Lynch, you got Ronde Barber, you got Derrick Brooks.
Bruce didn't act like that, did he?
No, Derrick Brooks is cool guy. But then at the same time, you had just brought Keyshawn Johnson.
Oh,
you had Keenan McCardle. You had Sean King. Man, that locker room right there.
It was Fire Ring Circus.
Oh my goodness! But when they went out there on that field,
they balled out though.
That was
and Keyshawn was trash now. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say.
Nah, I'm gonna say that because he shunned my youngin of autograph too. So yeah, he trash.
Well, him and Sapp was going head to head.
I can see that.
They went head to head every single day.
And the thing about my youngin was over there by himself, like it wasn't nobody around. Keyshawn couldn't even sign autograph. Man, I tried to throw a rock at his car.
Yeah.
Buster.
Yeah, man. Two people I ain't
did not rock with him when he was a Cowboy.
Industry and talking to it. That guy there.
Yeah.
Keep it going. What you got, Mace?
Hey, man, let's keep it moving, man. Jimmy Butler says, man, he wants to stay with the Bulls. And say he would be very reluctant to commit to the Cavs long term. He like, do not send me to Cleveland. He not a ring chaser. He like where he is, man. Shout out to Jimmy Butler, man. Keep the NBA interesting, Jimmy.
Well, I get that.
He's still young.
But I don't.
He's still young.
I get that, but I don't.
He's still
young. Because right now, the Bulls have tried everything. They done got. You just lost to you. So you're telling me that Rondo going out caused you to lose to the Celtics?
It seemed that way.
It was.
But it seems that way.
But that's the thing, though. You got D Wade and Jimmy Butler.
D Wade, though. Come on now.
Yeah, he talking about coming back next year too.
Well, you can't really. You say that, but
this to me, the Bulls they did it right because they built through the draft. Just that main piece got hurt. D Rose got hurt.
Well, they gonna also, man.
He was never the same.
They're gonna get rid of Fred too. Fred Hoiberg is not.
He not an NBA.
You gotta
coach.
go.
No, he not an NBA.
Fred
coach.
is not. That's not.
They
gotta find
somebody to coach that talent. They got themselves set back when they got rid of Thibodeau.
And that was
should never got rid of Thibodeau.
Yeah, they
nah.
Some of the Bulls front office, they always got problems. Hey man, give a shout out, man. We'll make sure U.S. Open winner Brooke Kopkin, hope I say his name right, won with 16 under. Tying Roy McIlroy's lowest score in the U.S. Open was since in 2011.
Hey, man.
U.S. Open, man.
7 straight first-time winners in these majors, baby.
Hey, man.
Shout out to my boy Tiger.
Tiger say he need a little help right now.
Tiger say he going to check himself in, baby.
Going to get a little help.
He need it, man.
Yeah. I'm going to get him a $200 Waffle House card. Take care of all your problems.
Let's move on because I see where you're going with that.
Use a Waffle House, Tiger.
Next story.
What you got, man?
Dwayne Wade tells the Chicago Bulls he picking up his $24 million player option for next season. Shout out to Dwayne Wade for not ring chasing, man. I'm glad everybody not getting in cahoots and saying we all gonna go to Cleveland so we can defeat Golden State, man. Hey, man, I love this, man.
Wait a minute. You was okay with Durant ring chasing?
Durant didn't ring chase. He was a free agent.
Come on, man.
Kevin Durant was a free agent. Why is it free agency?
He ring chased, man.
It is free agent.
No, he went to a team. He felt like, you know what?
If you can't beat him, join him.
No, he felt like I've done all I can do in OKC.
He ring chased.
Let me go over here to Golden State.
It's different now.
You were up 3-1 against the 73-win team.
He didn't close. And that 73-win team didn't win the finals.
He ring chased.
Right. They didn't win the finals.
Right.
So now you got a problem. People want to go to Cleveland to go against this team.
I don't have a problem. What I'm telling you is he not a free agent. He decided he going to listen. LeBron, I hear what you're saying, dog. I'm finna pick up the $24 million in Chicago next season. I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be shooting threes. And I'm going to reluctantly drive to the basket. Let's not ring chase, baby. I love it, baby.
Well, with him, yes, he's a little older, so
Right.
I get it because, you know, he didn't come straight out of high school. So he got a few more years on those legs, you know. I get that part, but he's also already won some championships. So it's not as much of a issue with him winning a championship now. So yeah, I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna chill with Gabby, and I'm gonna get this money.
That's all it is. He got to. Gabby said, "We need that $24 million." I don't know why. Gabby's doing well on her own.
And then plus, hey, I'm in Miami. I mean, well, I'm not, but I'm still live in Miami, you know. And in Chicago, Cleveland.
Building churches for people. He building houses. Hey, real quick, man. 31 years ago today, man, the great Lynn Byers passed away.
That was tough.
He had just got drafted by the Celtics.
3 days later.
And went in and overdosed. But the Lynn man was, that 30 for 30, if y'all haven't had a chance, that Celtics Lakers 30 for 30 was, if they would have picked him up.
But it would have been raw for a few more years,
I
but
still think something else happened. I don't really.
And that was the 80s too, so you really had too much investigation going on.
Well, one of those first 48 out here.
They kind of opened and closed that pretty quick. He was overdosed. It was done.
Yeah, done. Yeah, man.
Yeah, cause everybody was like, this man got the world. He was on top of the world,
on top of the world.
He got everything. He about to go play with Bird.
On top of the world, man.
Bird was about to teach him to take over the team. He about to have everything.
It would have helped Bird stay a few more years.
Yeah,
a little bit
because
later.
he wouldn't have had to play as much.
Right,
and he could have rested a little bit more.
Say that back.
And Lynn Byers had that. You know what you said about the eye test?
Oh man, listen, Michael Jordan, I already said, man, listen, this guy gonna be a problem. Money Mike said that.
Yeah.
Take that to the bank.
He was due. Hey man, we about to take a quick break. Stay with us. Be right back.
And so a new American industry has been born.
Sensation Station Network.
Hey man, this Crush Second Hour is brought to you by the College Football League. Registration is now open. The College Football League provides a high school feeder youth football and cheer program for kids in K through 5th grade in Cobb County, Paulding County, Marietta City, Roswell City Schools. Go to cobbfootball.com for more information. Basically, I ended it, man. What you got, man?
Hey man, this story right here gonna make you laugh. Oh man, the Detroit Lions president says that they are going to make Matthew Stafford the highest paid NFL football player. They say they don't care what it takes.
Ski mask wave.
They say they gonna make sure Matthew Stafford get all the money that they got available to give.
Ski mask wave.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Especially after Megatron said he felt like, you know, toward the end, they didn't even treat him.
Nah, they bagging the trouble up for Matt.
They gonna give. Listen, just let that sink in.
So he's gonna make more than
when
all.
When the last time they won the division?
And that's why I'll tell you, let that sink in.
Oh, it ain't got to sink. the organization finna sink.
Matthew Stafford is about to break the bank.
Matthew Stafford got that lady with the cup
sunk in place.
And get out. He got that cup when he going to the gym.
Going to that sunken place.
Going to that sunken place. You talking about a guy who, I mean, he's decent, but he's not top. Well, you know what? Stay out of people's pocket. I'm gonna keep it moving, Mace. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah. Keep that moving, dog.
Hey man, something happened, Maceo, that really hasn't happened to Clayton Kershaw all his career. He gave up 4 homers against the Mets on Monday. They still won the game 10-6.
Right.
But he's given up 17 homers this year. He still don't won 10 games. Is he doing something different? He's still winning. He still got a good ERA. What's going on?
I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Clayton Kershaw, and this happens to a lot of good pitchers. They know you're gonna be around the strike zone. They know you trying to land that fastball first pitch. A lot of guys are jumping on his fastball.
Right.
They coming up swinging. Listen, you don't have nothing to lose.
All that other stuff too much, boy.
He right over the plate. Kershaw is not one of those guys. He overpowers you with his stuff. He's not a location. He's not a Greg Maddux where he gonna paint this corner or just buzz you a little bit. Nah, he over the plate.
Do you think he tip off anything with his fastball?
Nah, and
they maybe studied and found something about it.
It's like what Maceo said. A lot of times, in the previous years, a lot of people were letting that first strike go by.
Yeah.
Now he can do whatever he want to do.
Yeah.
But it's like that Bugs Bunny thing. They going up there now just hey, like you said, you can't go wrong.
4 homers.
Hey man, real quick, shout out to our boy Alan Kelly. OJ Simpson almost time for OJ almost home, baby.
Probation is up.
Hey man, out on bail, fresh out of jail, baby.
Suge might be there to pick. No, Suge in jail with him.
Hey man, OJ free like OJ all day, baby.
OJ, them knees still bad. OJ.
I love that, man. I love that.
What you got, man?
Hey man, the Atlanta Falcons are confident they will sign Devontae Freeman to a new deal by the first week of camp.
I'm gonna just be that guy. I don't want to be that dude.
Be that dude.
But you don't draft another running back in the 3rd round to re-sign another running back.
Word on the street, y'all got the best running back tandem in the league.
And just like Bill Parcells say, we do a running backs. You give them 3 or 4 years, toss them to the side and bring another one. I hope Devontae stay. I like Devontae, but Tevin Coleman showed something. They just recruited. You saw 31st or 4th round. They got a new running back this year.
I'm sticking with Devontae. And the reason being, yes, Tevin Coleman can do some things that Devontae can't. But at the end of the day, the last 2 years, who's been there?
Devontae the bell cow.
Hey, look, I like Devontae. I want him to stay.
I tell you what.
But I see certain drafts. When you draft certain things, Earthward, what happens?
I tell you what. We'll take him.
I'm sure y'all will.
And we'll be going for 6.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
This is Coach Greg Thompson. Tune in to The Crush on the SSNATL.com.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio Now. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns. It kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. Silk the Shocker performing all those hits with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info
at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. Move on. And move my way.
Y'all need anything else?
Sensation Station Network.
Yeah, right now you listen to The Crush, man. Streaming live on the Sensation Station Network and also on WBLZSports.com. We've been here chilling with my man Earthward.
Yeah.
We sitting here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But right now, man, you know, make sure it's Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, we in here talking. We did our interview and all that. But right now, man, we got to get some good stories out there. Man, let's get into this. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Mace. Is that what you talking about, Glaze?
That's what I'm talking about, Crush.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
Hey, man, we're getting into That's What I'm Talking About, where we talk about the good stories that's happening out there in the world of sports that don't get the light that they should, but we're going to talk about them. So, make sure you got something you want to start off with, man?
Hey, man, just that fast, That's What I'm Talking About has took a quick turn. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, Atlanta Hawks. Breaking news, the Atlanta Hawks have traded Dwight Howard to the Charlotte Hornets. Mark J. Spears is reporting that, and if y'all know Mark J. Spears is one of the leading insiders at the four-letter network, man. Dwight Howard is out of here. Peace. He shouldn't have told everybody he was trying to shoot threes in the offseason, man.
Boy, came in from the Warriors already saying, yo, it's time to lighten this team up a little bit.
Out of here, Dwight Howard. Hey, man.
That's another organization, and I know everybody get mad at me because I'm from here. That's another organization that just don't get it. Because at the end of the day, it ain't really just Dwight Howard. You had went and got Tiago Splitter and did the same thing with him.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Right.
We'll see what happens with the new guy, but he's seen to see what he can do.
So we get Miles Plumlee, Marco Bellinelli, and the number 41 pick. Dwight Howard, 1 year, and he see ya.
So what is Jordan going to do with him?
Well, like Magic Johnson, Jordan is not a great GM.
Yeah.
Jordan has not been a good GM. He hadn't.
Yeah, that's
Charlotte do make some bad moves.
I guess they thinking, well, maybe since they got that GM from Golden State, maybe they thinking they're gonna get Klay Thompson or somebody,
AKC, Dwight Howard, the only big man to have one foul in the fourth quarter.
He sure don't get it fouled for that much. And all the driving,
but everybody but in his defense, everybody want to get mad at him. But your number one guy probably averaged about 6 rebounds, Millsap. He never went down low.
Hey man,
and they talking about max deal with him.
I hope not.
He gonna get it.
Yeah, if he get it, then we gonna see.
He gonna get it.
Let's keep it a good story, man. I'm gonna keep it moving, man.
That's a good story.
Yeah, it is.
Let's keep going.
Well, Earthward ain't trying to take it negative, so we're gonna keep it. Hey man, shout out to the Georgia Swarm, man. Today was Georgia Swarm Day.
Yes.
In the state of Georgia.
A championship is finally in the A.
June 20th. They done it. Everywhere I tell everybody to go, man, it's one of those things that you have fun if you go to one of them Georgia Swarm games.
Well, I mean, since, being at Grady, we open to everything. So we do lacrosse, all that kind of stuff. And actually, I've grown to like it because it's funny that my offensive coordinator, he was the head coach for the lacrosse team. And this year, since we haven't been really doing lacrosse that long, but this year was the first year that the girls and boys actually made it to the playoffs.
Oh, awesome.
So, I got to see them do a lot of things, as well as that was one of the things that some of the players actually came to me and asked, well, can some of your football players play? Because, it's a physical sport.
It's very physical.
It's a physical sport. So they needed some of that physicality on their team, and I'm just a sports guy.
And I'm
so
glad
like
that, you get players to do multiple sports. And that's something that can keep them going with the hand-eye coordination and all that good stuff.
I was just looking at a tweet that the first and the second rounders this past year, 88% of them played multiple sports.
Right. Got to. What you got, Mace?
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Ray Lewis, man. Ray Lewis is not unemployed anymore. He joins Fox. He will be an NFL analyst, man. Good to see Ray back on the TV screen talking that nonsense, man.
I ain't know he so they let him out. ESPN let him go.
Yeah, the full letter network let him go. He was unemployed.
So he part of that could.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't know, and I love ESPN, but some of the people they were letting go, I just didn't have a clue.
Some of the people
man.
that, more who ain't
Because
kept.
some of these new people and the people they kept were boring.
I think they were looking at salaries.
Yeah, they trying to cut.
I think they were trying to cut that. They trying to cut that big money. Them big money people. Like, hey, yeah, let's get rid of them.
But they brought that flare and glare to the.
They did.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Chris Eubanks. He currently plays tennis for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Also, he played for Westlake
Yes, sir.
From Westlake High School. He won his first pro tennis event this weekend at the Wake Futures at Wake Forest University. He defeated Kevin King 6-2, 6-4. We'll see Chris at the BB&T Atlanta Open on July 23rd. So, congratulations, Chris. Shout out to the homeboy, man. Tell you, better learn these other sports, man.
So which means if you're a Westlake Lion, you need to go support the guy.
Support.
Right.
Look, there's some money on some of these other sports.
Oh, definitely.
That's what we telling people. You better learn these other sports, man.
Hey, if I knew then what I know now, I don't know if I would have. Hey, I probably would have stayed with baseball because I'm still a base now.
Yeah.
Hey,
I say
They
that
still say it all the time.
I bunny still a base in a minute.
Hey, man.
We knew what we know now with the money and the guarantees.
Right,
and all that,
because
boy.
like I say, man, and which brings me to that's what I'm talking about. Hunter Green, man, high school phenom from Notre Dame High School, $7.5 million not to go to college, to immediately report to instructional league baseball, man.
7.5.
You gotta love it, man.
Man, one of my real good friends, he really shocked me, growing up, that he didn't stick with baseball because he's a baseball family. Shout out to Reggie Austin, man. When I tell you that kid, well, it ain't no kid now, but we grew up together. He could play some baseball.
Yeah.
And when he decided to go football, I was like, really? Like,
Yeah.
when I tell you Boobie could play baseball,
Yeah. That's why he coaching now. He's good at it.
and you see what his team
Yeah,
do.
his team doing some
Man,
great
Boobie
things.
could play some baseball.
Yeah, man.
Well, the thing about it, and I say this all the time, a lot of no one really guided us, pushed us really toward baseball.
Yeah.
Like, I won every baseball award you can win. Braves 400 Club,
Yeah.
in-town extra player of the year, first team All-State. I played in all these All-Star games. And I was like the only kid who was going to play college football. I mean, like, all of my team, Danny Radovian, Dunwoody High School, all these guys who got drafted, they're like, you really going to play football?
Hey, Grady, we got to call him, man.
Hey, man, hey, caller, what's your question on?
Hey, what's going on, Maceo? It's me, Atwell.
Atwell, what's up, bro?
Oh, Atwell.
Nothing much.
Talk to us, Atwell.
I'm hearing y'all discussing about baseball.
Drop some knowledge, Atwell.
Well, just in my opinion, I don't want to make this factual, but I do think the RBI program failed the urban demographic, which is supposedly was aimed at miserably. Let's put it this way: I feel for every dollar they put in the RBI program, they were spending $100 on getting those Dominican kids over there. You gonna tell me right now in the United States that you couldn't have found an Adrian Beltran at 16 within the United States? I think that's a joke.
That's a good point, man.
That's a very good point, Atwell.
If you wanted a black superstar at this point, you would. That's just that's me personally.
And that we a good friend of the show is C.J. Stewart, and that's one of the things he said as well.
My guy.
He said that baseball really hasn't done a good enough job.
He
of
said
going to get these kids. So I agree with you.
It failed the inner city.
It failed the inner city, like you said. So I agree with you totally on that, Atwell. It could have did better.
But I hope all was well, and hope your Father's Day was blessed or whatever like that, fellas. God bless and have a good evening.
Thank you, Atwell.
Appreciate it, Atwell.
What number did he call us at, man?
Man, Atwell called the show at 678-613-5857. Get back to trolling, Atwell. Keep trolling Laker fans, Atwell.
Atwell. Hey, when we come back, man, we're going to do a little NBA talk. I'll throw some stuff at you guys. I know you guys know everything. So
yes, sir.
Stay with us. It's the Crush.
Yep.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. You know, I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is University of Georgia linebacker Demetrius Douglas. You're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're back. I'm about to do a little NBA talk right now with the fellas, so we can throw some topics at them real quick. Hey, real quick, back in 1993 on this date, you know what's significant about the NBA?
What happened?
Jordan passed to John Paxson to seal the first three-peat against Phoenix back then. Charles Barkley,
Not pass it.
Yeah.
When LeBron does that, not pass it.
What are you saying? Don't start there.
Okay.
Jordan has two famous passes, one to him and one to the current coach of the Golden State Warriors, Steve Kerr. Hey, but anyway, man, I want to throw some things at y'all. First topic I want to talk about, the Cavs did fire GM, David Griffin. And, of course, LeBron said he wasn't too happy about that.
Uh-oh.
Earthward and Maceo, what are you guys seeing?
We're going to let Earthward go first.
With the Cavs? What are you seeing with this move?
He's a LeBron guy.
Is this a Dan Gilbert saying, look, man, it's still my team? Or is he? What was this move about?
Yeah, I think Dan Gilbert sometimes get beside himself. You know, at the end of the day, you know, this is the same guy, and I commend LeBron for even going back, but this is the same guy basically said he wasn't even welcome to come back. But, I mean, he basically took your, you know, franchise, you know, from, you know, this X amount of dollars to when they won it. I mean,
right.
When LeBron left, I mean, you had a Kyrie and all them, but they won 13 games?
13, 15.
If that.
Economic stimulus.
Yeah.
That LeBron James.
So, you know.
The queue was packed again when he came back.
Very packed. I mean, they had so many people at that parade. You know, you saw people climbing up buildings just to be a part of what was going on. So I don't see why. It was something else brewing before then.
This looked like it was a petty move. I don't know what the move was for Maceo. Maybe Griffin wanted more control. What are your thoughts on it, Mace?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think Dan Gilbert, and we talked about this last week, when Coach was here, that luxury tax is a big deal. You look at what Cleveland spent. They had the highest payroll in the NBA last year. Spent, I mean, let's just call it what it is. Tristan Thompson, a lot of money you gave Tristan.
True.
J.R. Smith, that's a lot of money you gave J.R. for the productivity that you got in return.
Correct.
For those guys.
But when you look at that, I mean, those numbers still are misconstrued because at the same time, even though they were the highest paid, you got LeBron, what was at like 33?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
but we're not.
Yeah,
but we're not talking about LeBron. LeBron money is well deserved.
Right, but at the same time, Dan Gilbert, you can't get upset because you signed off on it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So I really think business-wise, Dan Gilbert looking like, have we truly made our final run? Because like you say, now in 2 years, LeBron can opt out.
And that's the biggest thing, because in 18, LeBron can opt out for another
I mean, he can opt out.
Kyrie's already saying, let me just say this, allegedly, people are saying if Kyrie is saying LeBron leave, Kyrie don't want to go through this again.
No.
He's been through a rebuilding without LeBron once.
Right.
Now he's winning. If he lose LeBron,
that luxury tax is serious.
They had to pay $132 million overall. That was the salary, and the luxury tax went over.
that teams have to really make a decision. Are we built to win a championship?
That's absolutely true. And what helped Golden State out is the fact that most of their guys were through the draft.
Right.
So they were already there. So
they under contract.
So they were under contract. So yeah, Curry isn't making as much, but he was one of their draft picks.
Yeah, but he got to get it this summer though.
Get it ain't the word. Because he went into a whole nother group of people who won the MVP and 2 rings and all kinds of stuff.
He can get the Supermax.
I mean,
he's Supermax. Which brings me to my next story. Allegedly, we're hearing Kevin Durant saying he's willing to take less.
He already opted out.
Opted out. They're going to take less so they can try to re-sign Andre. Andre's going to be wanting $20 million off the punt. If you see this, and let me just ask this, and I'm asking this in a different way. Are we seeing too much loyalty to players to get a ring these days? Because franchise ain't that loyal as they used to be. But players are giving up a lot of money these days to try to win a ring or to bring team. And to see Kevin do this, it's a noble gesture to bring his boy back because he want to win another ring. But dude, $30 million is $30 million.
I'm just gonna be honest. Me personally,
yeah,
he a fool. Because at the end of the day, I get what he's trying to do,
right?
And I totally understand it. Because if they do keep that team together, I mean, they can make a run. Yeah. They can make a run at having one of those bull type errors.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, that was his first one. That's not Iguodala's first championship. So at this point, he knows that he's getting, up there in age, and he got to go and get that money while he can because
there's only one more out there for him.
Now, one thing I can say is Mike Brown and Steve Kerr, they did a good job of throughout the season. If you notice, Iguodala rarely played.
Right.
Because they knew once we got to the playoffs, we gonna need him.
Time.
We need him.
That's his time. We need him in the playoffs. But at this point, Iguodala probably looking like, man, I feel you. I appreciate that. But you know how, like you said, these organizations aren't lawyers. So if they lowball him, I've already took less money and he out. Man, please.
Yeah. And that's what he has to really ask himself. Do I want to continue to be in position to win championships, or do I get that? I'm looking at the legacy and the bank account. I need to make sure that all the AIs good for the.
I'm talking about 4 or 5.
Right. Because I can't get it if I'm still on this bench.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to give him very good money. And it's not going to be Golden State.
You're talking 60, 70 mil over 3 or 4 years for this guy. And he's 33, 34 years old. That's good money, man.
Still a great on-ball defender.
Yeah.
And, he'll make clutch shots, and he's one of those guys you don't look at. He's one of those X factors. Like, when you look at the game, I mean, he came up big, 20 points.
He can cover 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And so,
whoosh. I don't know about giving up money. But we'll be right back, man. Stay with us.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier. There's strong, and there's Army Strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad
Your
Council.
health is at stake. Diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, inflammation, and joint pain, even weight loss. It's time to end your battle. The Abundant Life Movement is dedicated to the building of generational health by transforming your water with the power of alkaline to improve hydration and fight against acidic and unhealthy conditions in the body. Here's a testimonial from Linda Rogers Brown and Pamela McMillan.
2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had no pain and no symptoms associated with that illness. It's a silent killer. I was introduced to Extreme X2O alkaline water, and within 2 days of drinking it, I was off all my pain medicine, and now we're 6 years strong, no chemo, no radiation, no cancer.
I am a 3-time cancer survivor. I was born with thyroid cancer. By being on the alkaline products allowed me to be able to cope currently with colon cancer. Now I'm able to function and be more mobile within 3 days of being on the product.
Extreme X2O, when the water you're drinking is damaging your health. Extreme X2O. For more info, AbundantLifeMovement.com or call 910-527-2260.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're back. Talking about a little NBA right now. I want to talk about a few more topics with you guys. So, you know, it's funny we're talking during the break. Can't about to get paid out here, man. Golden State about to make a lot of people some money around this joint, man. So, but real quick, another story that's coming out, and I don't know if Phil just playing around, but you hear the story that Phil's talking about that Porzingis also could be traded. Is Phil just really need to be fired, or is he got something on Nolan that everybody else, he got pictures or something on Nolan? Because if they get rid of Porzingis, they have nothing. Because Carmelo, he's already got Carmelo out the door. And Porzingis is all they got and what they should be building around. But they talking, he could be up for trade as well. What's up with Phil, man?
Man, Phil feel like he invincible. I mean, Phil just doing, he is reckless, abandoned.
Michael Jordan ain't walking back through that door.
He not Pippen, Kukoc, none of them. I mean, right now, he just, I mean, you know, sometimes it just seems like certain teams, organizations, when they get that, I don't know if you call it a curse or whatever, it's just like they can't shake it.
Yeah.
They can't shake it. And right now, the Knicks, they can't shake it.
Yeah. I don't know what it makes. Is it? I mean, he brought all those old players from last year, and that didn't work with Derrick Rose and looked like an old team out there. They didn't do anything.
It's kind of what Earth just said, man. You know, Phil got too many passes. It's like Phil act like he got house money.
Yeah.
You know, he trashed his best player in the news every chance he gets.
Every chance.
If you stick a microphone in his face, he gonna say something bad about Melo. Melo can't play the triangle. Blah blah blah. And like I said, if Porzingis is really on the table, listen, the Garden gonna be empty next year.
For the first time in a while.
The Garden gonna be Spike. Spike gonna go get another team. Jigger ain't gonna be on the floor seats. It's gonna be empty. I saw Fat. They did this thing. Fat Joe talk about how much he loved the Knicks. He not gonna love the Knicks no more. And Phil, they giving Phil a pass, but say, Phil, you've done nothing. You've done nothing with this job in New York. You've done nothing.
I mean, he brought not only Rose last year. He brought the big guy Noah, Joe King.
Yeah.
And they thought they had them a nice little squad, and it just looked
on paper. It looked good.
It looked horrible. It was a bad product out there last
But
year.
at the end of the day, the same guys he brought had started having chronic injuries.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you knew those guys were like that.
You were like that.
Yeah.
He brought an infirmary reward to your team and was like, all right, let's see what we can do.
And again, just as a New York Knicks fan, I'm sitting there like, listen, hey man, we're finna hit you in the pocket. We're not buying no jerseys. We're not going by the Garden. Yeah. None of that, baby. I'm going to the Rucker.
And I see there's a lot of y'all true Knicks fans, but
oh yeah.
But I don't know, man. It looks like the two franchises that everybody was talking about from, the Knicks and the Lakers, look like they still making a lot of bad moves out there, people. I'm sorry, and I know a lot of people saying 2018, 2019, the Lakers be back because Paul George is giving you hope. But as y'all can see,
he's not going to the Lakers.
In one trade with Brook Lopez, all that can go down bad. I'm sorry, Brook is. If Brook was so great, Brooklyn wouldn't have been as bad as they've been for the last few years.
Hey man,
you should be able to build around a 7'1" center that goes 20-10, and he has not given them nothing in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is breaking everything down. If Brooklyn wouldn't have traded him, would you really want to get a player from Brooklyn right now?
Well, Brook, he looked like a Cali guy. He got the hair.
He got
the Cali.
He got all that going.
Yeah.
He got all that going.
He went to Stanford. He's coming back home. It maybe work out for him, but
it ain't.
Let's go through a little bit. The draft is this weekend, guys. Top 10 picks going through real quick. I just want to run through them. Philly has got the number 1 pick with the trade with the Celtics. Danny Ainge, taking care of little Philly. Everybody thinking Fultz is going to Philly. That'll be the number 1 pick. Does he fit good with Ben Simmons and Big Boy? How does he say his name? The one that's always on Twitter.
Ooh, Embiid.
Yeah, Joel Embiid.
So Ben Simmons, Embiid, and Fultz together. What do you guys think about it?
We ain't seen Simmons. We don't know. We don't know.
There's a bunch of unknowns on this team.
Again, with Philly, they still don't have that veteran presence.
Yeah,
they got a lot of talent.
They got great names.
Yeah, they do.
They got great names.
Yes.
Oh my God, they got great names.
But at the end of the day, as they say, you got to go up against the LeBrons and all them guys. So you got that talent. You got to go up.
They got some of the great. They got some of the greatest.
Davis.
They practice players all the time.
You talking about 5-star parade All-American, McDonald All-American. Oh, they got nobody have more McDonald All-Americans than Philadelphia.
Right.
And they finna add another one.
About to add another one.
Without a doubt. But like I said, we don't know what Ben Simmons is. Right. We don't know.
And Embiid, even though he got hurt again this year, was
we got a glimpse of Embiid, and he was good.
He's a good talent
when he played.
But he got hurt again at the end of the season. But they got a third-year rookie in Embiid. They're gonna have another rookie in Ben Simmons next year.
Still got your boy from Duke.
Yeah, he's still there. They can't get rid of him.
They still got him.
Yeah. So number 2 of the Lakers.
It's gonna be Lonzo Ball.
It's Lonzo Ball.
As Booby checked in, Booby, the Lakers, baby, they messed up, baby. They messed up, baby.
Down go the Lakers.
I gotta say one thing. Y'all family, you always talk about lineage, but you and Booby cousin.
Hey man, that's my guy.
And he, Pac-Man, y'all boys in the city, man. Y'all got talent around here, man.
It's plenty of it, baby.
It's talent, baby. Number 3, the Celtics. They're going down to 3. So they went 1 down, 2 spots.
And they say they're probably gonna still get the guy that they want.
Josh Jackson.
Yeah. Now that's gonna be nasty.
My homeboy said, don't forget the Hawks picked Tree Rollins from Cordia, Georgia.
Hey man, Tree Rollins was the worst Little League umpire in Red Oak history.
He was a Little League umpire?
He was Little League umpire in our season.
Yeah.
Could not call balls and strikes. He was awful.
He's 7 foot.
He tossed my dad out of the game. Yeah. Shout out to Tree Rollins. Shout out to Tree Riders.
Yeah, Celtics look like they're gonna pick up their guy Josh Jackson. This is what they really wanted. But they was like, now they fall down to get him, and they still get picks in the next 2 years.
Listen, Danny Ainge is definitely GM of the year for the next couple of years.
Brandon Aikman say Jason Tatum. Oh, you think the dude from Duke? Is that the dude from Duke? Yeah.
Man, I think Josh Jackson go there.
I think Josh go, man.
I think Josh Jackson goes there.
I know they talking about Tatum a lot, but I think Josh go to the Celtics. We'll see. Phoenix got number 4. Everybody thinking De'Aaron Fox goes there.
I like him the best out of all of them.
He a dog.
Just something about
He a
that.
dog.
I love that kid.
He a dog.
I love that kid.
He a dog.
De'Aaron Fox is.
He is a dog.
Because
when he did the Lonzo Ball in that Sweet 16 game,
when he knew they were playing Leon, he said, "Coach, I got him. It's my guy."
And he's a guy that he can be a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
I think he can be a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think he also can play some good D. I think De'Aaron might be one of the guys. At number 5, the Kings. They say Jason Tatum will go there to Sacramento. Sacramento is rebuilding.
Some people think that's where De'Aaron Fox gonna go.
The Kings?
They need a point guard.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want him to go there. 'Cause I want to see him on TV. We will never see De'Aaron Fox on TV. If
Sacramento like a boy.
Sacramento.
They're like a black hole over there, boy. You go there, you don't see them no more.
Booba say he gonna find him another team to chill for in the NBA.
Tell him he can go to Charlotte with.
Earthward said you can go to Charlotte with Dwight Howard. Well, at least Dwight get to wear the Jumpman logo on his uniform.
Hey,
yeah.
It's a consolation prize.
Amen. Hey, the Magic, they say they looking at the big boy from Florida State, the 6'10" kid, Jonathan Isaac.
But see, that's why I think Malik Monk gonna go.
You think he go there?
I think they need a shooting guard.
That would be good.
Yeah.
They need a shooting guard.
It would be good to go there. Yeah.
Because the kid from Florida State, he still got a lot.
He should. Listen, I know Coach gonna say something about this. That's why these boys need to stay in school 2 years, Coach. They need 2 years in college.
Hey, man. Hey, so real quick, Timberwolves at 7. They took him a McKagan from Arizona. Knicks, they think Knicks gonna screw it up. Mavericks at 9 and the Kings at 10. So they got 2 picks in the draft, in the top 10. So we'll see what the Kings can do, man. When we come back, man, I want to do something a little different with you guys. I got some questions I want to throw at y'all. Let's see how y'all respond to them. So stay with us.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Councel.
And so a new American industry has been born.
Sensation Station Network.
SSNATL.com. We've got the internet locked down. With an awesome mix of urban hits and smart talk for the smarter listener. Go to Google Play and download the app free. Search SSNATL.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
SSNATL.com. Thank you, sir.
Hey, man. Let me let this ride in real quick. You gotta let this come in. Oh, we back, man. Hey, man, right now, rest in peace to Prodigy. Hey, man, it's just that song, man. Woo. Mobb Deep, boy. One of them groups back then. We used to have groups back in the day. Some hip-hop groups.
You know what, though? I got to go on and admit this. Once Pac trashed them, I couldn't like Mobb Deep no more, man, because they were Pac enemies, man.
Really,
so I was
man?
like, man.
Pac hated everybody.
When we ride on our enemies.
Pac hated everybody, man, one time.
Yeah, Pac did hate everybody, man. He did, man.
Hey, man, I got some questions for you guys. I'm going to throw some out. They could be from any realm of sports. Just have fun with it. Give me you guys immediate thoughts. So I'm going to throw something from the world of football first. Just want to see your reaction. This guy always talk about, is Richard Sherman a Hall of Famer if he retires tomorrow?
Ooh.
Yes. I really think, I still think he would get in. I think he would get in. I mean, he's a good player. I can't even deny it. Like, and I think he's still playing with that chip on his shoulder. I was just reading the other day, they're in minicamp, and he picked Russell Wilson off and tell him he ain't, like he still, like he don't care. Like,
he's still going at him.
Like, and I think with the season they had last year and how it finished, they want to try to get back and improve themselves because, granted, now the Falcons had a great offense.
Yeah.
But, they were only playing with maybe one starter by the end of the game.
Yeah.
In the secondary.
Yeah.
They start hurting themselves a little bit.
Only reason I say no about Richard Sherman, the corners that are in the Hall of Fame, they all had like really one thing in common. They all got their hands on the ball. He don't get his hand on the ball enough. Like, he don't have enough pick sixes. He don't, that's the only problem I have with Richard Sherman. Great corner.
Yeah.
But I think those guys, the Deons, the Rod Woodsons, those guys like Charles Woodson to be a Hall of Famer. Those guys got their hand on that ball. And you played DB. That's part of your thing. Hey, pick it and get to the door. So, for me, not yet.
Yeah, he close to me. I mean, he's close. He's played on a good defense. He's been the cornerstone. The only thing that may hold him back is that he's played on most of his career one side of the field, which is not his fault. That's the way the defense
That's the way the defense
That's the way Quinn's defense was. And he don't get a lot thrown at him either. So
yeah, he don't.
Let me bring you to this. In my second NFL question is another cornerback. Is Revis top 10 cornerback of all time?
Ooh. In his prime? Yes. In his prime? Yes.
And the reason I ask, because, Revis, they trying to see if he going to come back or not. But I'm just thinking, if his career is over, what do we talk about Darrelle Revis?
Honestly, I think one of the biggest mistakes he made, and it's not just because it's my team.
Right.
He should have never left the Patriots. I know he was chasing that money. He hadn't got a ring. He was chasing the money. But I think because of what we do and how we do it, I think he should have never left them. And, because in New England's defense, you don't really have to be fast.
Yeah.
You just got to be in position.
Yeah.
And if you're in position, they got enough guys where they'll move you around, and they would even probably have moved him to safety because you got to think, Devin McCourty came in as a Pro Bowl corner.
Right.
And they moved him to safety.
Flourishing that safety. Yeah. Ooh, Revis, top 10?
Yeah.
He may slide in there because for a stretch, he was the most dominant corner.
He dominated for.
He had Revis Island was real.
Yeah.
Revis Island was real. You didn't throw over there. A lot of quarterbacks say, now, did he get touched by Randy Moss? But Randy Moss touched everybody. Yeah. So I would say, I'm going to say, yeah, top 10 corner. Yeah, I'm going to give him that.
Decent, I like that.
Atwell says no. I'm going to give it to him.
That's a question to put out there for everybody. Real quick, is Floyd Mayweather hurting boxing by taking this fight?
Ooh, for me, boxing has been hurt for a long time. Floyd is going to embarrass McGregor. I don't care what none of y'all say. Floyd is going to embarrass this guy because this guy, he doesn't have enough boxing experience.
Right.
You talking about one of the best technicians to ever do this thing.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. I mean, Floyd is at that point almost like a Jordan, those kind of guys. Like, he really don't have anything to prove, but I mean, you can't pass up that payday.
And that's what I'm gonna say.
You can't pass it up.
And the reason why I brought the question, make sure we're just talking about it. There's no Floyd been doing it since he was 5, 3, 2. since he first
out the womb.
Out the womb, he been throwing fists, and to take this fight, it looked like more like an exhibition. Remember, like Rocky Balboa versus Hulk Hogan in the movie. That's what it feel like to me. It ain't feel like a real fight. But I heard the money is so ridiculous.
But this how small Floyd is. So Floyd already win patent 50-0. So can't nobody use that.
Right.
He owns that now.
Yeah.
Do we think any less of Dale Curry from what we heard about him being involved with Steph's issue back with the Minnesota, telling Minnesota don't select him?
Social media wasn't big.
Sure wasn't.
Social media wasn't big. If this big mouth GM never opened his mouth, we don't know.
We don't know about it.
We would never. And that's what's so crazy about today's. So like some stories just aren't meant to be told.
Right.
Like we got to make sure we get this story. Cause Booba say we got to get Earthward to tell us about this Ferrari story.
We got to recap.
We're getting to that.
Yeah.
But like, why even bring that up now?
It's interesting. Sound petty to me. It sounded petty.
Why even bring it up?
But at the same time, you can say what you want, but hey, he made a great decision.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like the Eli decision.
Because we
I ain't going.
But we're not going. But it's just funny now we think about it that they picked what's the kid name? They picked Johnny Flynn and the other guy they got 9 point over Steph. We was like, hey man, Steph killing it.
And now we know why they did it.
Now we understand some of the reasons behind the scenes.
And then you talking about Flynn at the time. He was playing for Bayheim.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Hey man,
Davidson.
Johnny Flynn was that guy coming out.
Yeah.
No, Johnny Flynn with that dude.
Make no mistake about it now. But his game didn't translate to the NBA.
Well, you talking about Minnesota.
Right.
Minnesota, we ain't picking on y'all, but we just picking on. One more question before we go to break, real quick. Outside of the big three, football, baseball, and basketball, what sport would you pay money to see at this current time?
Soccer, baby.
Man, listen. Oh, soccer.
Yeah.
Especially with me going over to NFL Europe and actually seeing them play.
Yeah.
And like, it still isn't as big over here.
Yeah, it is over there. Oh yeah,
like
it's
when you go to a soccer arena overseas, like they don't have seats. The only people who sit down are the dignitaries. Everybody else stand up.
Wow.
Everybody stand up.
That's crazy. Hey man, when we come back, we're gonna jump into this recap. Stay with us.
Hey guys, it's your girl Brenna B. I want to tell you about something pretty amazing. My friends over at Buckhead Laser Lipo have an option for you. You want to lose those inches? You want to get in shape? Spring is here. Summer is upon us. We have a way for you to lose those inches quickly. Immediately see results. $99 is your first treatment. No surgery, no pain, no downtime, just inch loss. Who doesn't want to be in shape for the summer? Buckhead Laser Lipo, 678-871-0097.
BuckheadLaserLipo.com.
We're going to this Crush recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
With Blunt Power 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power
by going to their website, bluntpower.com, or going to their Facebook and or Twitter at Blunt Power. Hey, man, thank you, Earthward, for coming in, man.
Hey, man, always a pleasure, man. I love coming in.
But you got to talk about this Ferrari story.
Yeah,
man.
Booba say, man, ask Earthwind about the Ferrari story.
Man, did he tell y'all about it?
Yeah, I've heard it.
I have heard it.
So what did he tell you? And then I'm gonna add on to it.
No, you go.
No.
No, you go.
I just want to add on to it.
No, you go.
No, I just gotta
go.
Man, I just gotta add on to it. So I just want to hear the snippets of what he told you.
Just go. Cause we laughing. You go.
Go ahead,
tell
man.
the story.
Man, messing with Batman. And he ain't even say Ferrari, man. I don't know what did he say? Ferrari. you remember the little? What was the little car? You remember
Fiat?
No, not Fiat. You remember Pontiac had a little car.
Fiero.
Yeah, Fiero. That's what he said. Man, listen, man. When me and Booby looked at each other, we like, Ferrari. We're like, what? That was butter, man. Hey, man, we had some great times when we were just working out, man. Working out with them guys, man. Man, it was never a dull moment. Never a dull moment, man.
No.
That's funny.
And what's funny about that, and that's why I want to add in, because you know how Bat is.
Yeah.
Bat is an excitable guy.
Yes.
And Bat is a American car guy.
Right.
So some foreign, he not gonna know how to pronounce that, cause that's not him.
He said Ferrari.
Yeah, I mean a first round draft pick go about for foreclosed house.
Right.
Go buy F-150, and he bet not spending no money.
Oh man, yeah, bet chilling, man.
Yeah, bet ain't spending no
keep
money.
his money long.
Not spending no money. So that's what's so funny to hear, cause John. So me and John laughed about it once upon a time. Boo was like, "Oh yeah, man, Earthwind was there. Earthwind the test."
Man, that thing was too funny. But like I said, man, being with them, man, John calling everybody boss. You know.
Yeah. Come on, boss.
Hey.
I was telling Booby. I remember when right after Booby had surgery, and they were rehabbing at John's house, and they delivered Booby had just got the blue Range Rover.
Yeah.
And they brought the Rover over to the house. I was like, hey, man, I don't know if I'll be working out. Matter of fact, y'all just keep working out, man. Let me get the keys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride through Adamville right here.
Yeah.
And it was just so clean, because I mean, nobody was riding them in the hood.
No.
Nobody wasn't riding like that in the hood.
Not the Range Rover.
No, he had the 4.6. Not the 4.0.
That's big.
Hey, that blue was clean.
Yeah, the blue was clean with the peanut butter guts.
That blue was clean.
Yeah, Booby killed it. Yeah, he killed it.
What's been the dopest ride you rode in, man, that you own?
I wasn't never.
He not a car guy.
I'm not a car guy,
Yeah,
man. I just chill out, man. You know, I ain't never been no car guy. But I did say the next car I get, man, I can't decide if I want something with speed or if I want to go on and get another SUV with speed.
But that was the good thing about all of those guys. Cause we had finally got guys that we knew who were NFL guys. And when they would come home, I remember bumping into Earthwind at Cumberland one day, and he didn't have a bunch of bags in his hand. He didn't have jewelry on. I mean, he was just chilling. And I was like, that's what I love about our guys. Because our guys would listen, man, it's enough for me to make it.
So which one
every day
out of the guys? There was a lot of them. Which one stunted the hardest? Was it Jamal?
Yeah, it was J. Lou without doubt.
Oh yeah.
It was J. Lou.
Because I know he pushed some things.
Oh, when J. Lou had the aqua blue Ferrari convertible, and he pulled it to green brown.
Yeah. But you gotta understand, he
was top 5 pick. He was different money.
He was top 5.
He was top 5
but,
pick.
We basically already knew that's when they were still playing the Georgia-Florida game, and he basically annihilated Florida by himself.
Yeah, right.
Like literally by himself.
I always tell a story, with Hurst when he came in. He came in after he got his Arizona money. He came in, he got the drop top BMW, and he had an actual VCR in the back. We were like, boy, we ain't used to this. You can watch TV while you're riding.
Oh yeah. No, they weren't doing that.
No. He showed up. We like, man, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Man, what you doing? I got my little Pontiac Firebird. He up there with this drop top Beamer.
And I can remember the day that Jamal, clearly when he picked the call, me and John were at Cumberland. And he called John. He like, hey, man, y'all get over here to Greenbrier, man. Man, we pull, we come around the little corner. You just see this pretty blue Ferrari convertible with the rims. Just he got it. I was like, oh my God. And it was a line of cars just pulling by, like to look at. There was girls popping out, you know what I'm saying, handing up. And he was just standing there laughing. He was like, cuz, what you think, cuz? I was like, boy, stop.
and that's the thing with Jamal. Even though he probably stunted the hard, he still really didn't talk much.
No.
He really didn't say much.
He was in the hood.
Yeah.
Like, he was going to get the car wash on Camden Road, like at the Big A car wash.
Yeah.
He would just be like white tee, shorts, and be sitting up and people watching his car. Like, dog, that's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
sitting in the neighborhood.
All-decade player. Did you ever have to bring him down?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I was in Cleveland and just playing, like with him, and you didn't realize how big and fast he was because,
that's a lot of
like, when you look at him, it's like ta 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 ta, and then boom, he gone.
Yeah.
Like that big old dude running just as fast as me.
Yeah. He a big dude.
Yeah.
Cause y'all see when y'all was on the first show that we had.
Yeah. And then, like I said, just hitting him or whatever, people talking trash. He ain't say nothing. He just get a ball, go back to the huddle.
No gloves, no wristbands.
Oh no! But the only thing he might tape his
fingers up.
He tape his fingers. Other than that,
he
ain't doing that now.
No tape or
But
nothing.
he was always like say we used to play these 3-on-3 football games.
Yeah.
Growing up, it would be me, Jamal, and my boy Kareem. And it'd be John, Lorenzo, and they had somebody, and our boy Jerry. And we played 100 yards up there Harper. And we would always and I tell people the story all the time. J. Lou couldn't catch, but we would just throw him. We would like, hey man, just go. And he would make all these kind of crazy because his hands were so big.
Yeah.
But he was so much younger. Hey man, we had some good times, man. We had some great times, man.
Boy, y'all did it, man.
Yeah,
That generation
it was
came
just
up.
good to see them guys. Like I say, shout out to Booby, Earthward, Jamal. Man, they Stanley Pritchett.
Yeah.
They showed us it was real because like now we finally had our partners in the league. They'll forever be 8-time legends for that. Forever.
And when we all came back, we all went out together.
Right.
Out and just,
NFL
we may go work out and then we meet up together on a Friday and just hang out.
Ted A.
B.
I'm glad a lot of y'all didn't play in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
The big thing for y'all was that y'all played away
I'm
from
gonna tell
Atlanta.
you right now, if we would have played in Atlanta,
Oh yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
No, I'm so glad y'all did. I'm glad y'all went different places.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
That wouldn't have been good at all.
I'm glad y'all. None of y'all say I played for the Falcon, man. No. Come put your play here.
We came, but he was home later.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like even people like Takeo, like him, we would see them because basically Grady was the hotbed with everybody.
Everybody worked out.
Right.
Because everybody stayed like around in that Peachtree area.
Everybody, Garrison, all of them, Shannon, Ray, everybody worked out right there.
Yeah.
I always remember not Ray, but Shannon. They kept telling, man, you need to work out, John. They did about 2 drills. Shannon went down his Ferrari. He said, man, I ain't got to do this, man. I'm all pro, man.
Yeah.
I was like, John, he like, what I'm going to say? What I'm going to say, man? Just shut the show.
All right, Shannon. All right. Hey, thanks again, my brother, for coming in, man.
I want to give a shout out to, the whole Grady family. I want to give a shout out to Nisha Morgan. Just want to give a shout out to everybody who's been supportive of me and our program at Grady High School, and especially the Sensation Station.
Yeah.
That's our dog right there, y'all. That's family.
Thank you, Prime. Prime be back there. Thank you, Mace.
Hey, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got another one, man. Shout out to all our sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Now we come to the special feature of our program.
Sensation Station Network.
From the back watching. Bless you, bless you.
If your metro don't trust you,